Hello there, Chicago Bears fans. It is the host here. It is the Reister, and I am going to discuss this matchup between the Chicago Bears versus the San Francisco 49ers. This game took place yesterday afternoon at Soldier Field. Now, let me give you a quick breakdown on this matchup. Bears, they did pretty good, the best that they can. The defense played way better than the following week against the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, Mitchell, the rookie quarterback, he did his part, in my opinion. He was 12 out of 15, 102 yards, 1 TD, no picks. That is a good sign. The rushing game was not even a factor. That really sucks for the Bears. They ran the ball, but Howard did not get no touchdowns. Zilch. Kind of disappointed, but hopefully he could improve. The receivers, I can't really pronounce it, but he did his part. And then on the other hand, for the Niners, Jimmy, his first start, and he gave up a pick. So he did pretty good, 26 out of 37, 293 yards, no TDs. And I don't know how they won it this game, but they won it. Oh yeah, a former Bears field goal kicker named Robbie Gould. He did 5 field goals. And I told my dad, before this game's over, it's going to come down to a field goal. And guess what happened? Niners won. There's only 4 seconds left in the game, and Robbie Gould hit it right down the middle, and it was over. And I know you're wondering, why did the Chicago Bears let Robbie Gould go? I had no idea. I wish I knew. I heard it from other resources that he was not really kicking good in the preseason. Like I said before, I'm going to say it again. Preseason and a real season don't mean squat, So I guarantee this bites the Bears in the behind. I guarantee upper management says, man, we should keep them around. A lot better than the other guy we got rid of. Then we got the guy from Kansas City. I don't know if he's going to work out the rest of the season. The Bears might get rid of him. Who the hell knows? Now, this is an awesome thing. Okay? It was early in the second quarter, and Niners kick it off like a punt, and I forget what his name. I can't really think of it. His name, it's hard to pronounce. Don't judge me. He was a little dude, and he reminded me of the guy named from Kansas City. He got the ball, and he went around. He said, oh my gosh, there's a lot of Niners defenders. So he went the other way, and he took it to the house, touchdown. That was a great play, 61 yards, awesome. I retweeted it on Twitter. And that was the only great highlight because Robbie Gould did most of the work. And congratulations to you if you're listening. Severum Breach. And I don't do videos anymore, I just do audio. It's a lot easier for me. So I don't know if you can listen to this. That'd be great if you did. But anyway, I think your Niners has something in the future. You got a good quarterback. You could move the offense a lot better than the other guy they had last week. And let's see what happens, in the future. They just got to make some big moves in the offseason. They got do some in the NFL draft. And let's see if your team could be a contender in the future, Don't give up on your team. Now, your Niners are 2-10. Ay caramba. Now, on the other hand, the Bears are not even better. 3-9. Not even better either. Both teams are not going to make the playoffs. Bears have not been in the playoffs since, oh my gosh, I don't know when was the last time they made the playoffs. And I thought by now John Fox is going to get fired. And I know the New York I messed up there. The New York Giants coach got fired. And I said to myself, why fire a coach? There's only a few games left. Let him finish off the season, then fire him at the end of the year. I don't know why general managers gotta fire the coach so close to the end of the season. I understand if you're like 0-4, then fire him. Then you have a coach to make some improvements. But I understand the Giants are 2-10. You want to fire him, I understand, but that franchise is a total mess. Same thing for Bears. They're a total mess. But I guaranteed, hopefully, knock on wood, that the rookie Mitchell could learn from his mistakes. The games he played, he did not play a full season. If he played a full season, maybe he could make some good plays, But I think the Bears are just too afraid to let this guy just fling it down the field like Rodgers does, when Brett Favre used to do back in the day, Dan Marino, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees. Yes, I compare all those guys, but those guys could sling it down the field. And I know, say, right. Those guys have some legit receivers. Well, not Tom Brady. He didn't have a lot of great receivers back in the day. He makes them good, So if this quarterback is going to be good in a second year, his full year, we'll find out. Bears need to let go of these receivers are not really cutting the mustard. Let them go. Howard is a legit running back. That's why I said a few years ago with Matt Forte, and then before you know it, he won too much money and Bears let him go. That's a problem with the Bears. If the players had a great year or a decent year and the contract expires, they want more money, and the Bears says, no way. Look at Jeffrey with Philadelphia. He had a great year and he's not injured. What does that tell you? Does that mean he was faking his injury this whole time in Chicago? He got busted with drugs or last year, some stupid crap. Now he's having a great year with Philly. He just recently signed a 4-year extension with Philadelphia Eagles. I'm very happy for him. I wish he did great things with us. For the Bears. But Bears are just a total disaster. I'm not going to give up on this team, but this season is another crappy season. My dad thought, Bears could still win 5 games, but not the way they've been playing. Bears lost 5-0, and John Fox is definitely on a freaking hot seat. Why he's not fired already? When they lost to Philly that bad, he should have been fired. He should have been fired against the Detroit game. When that field goal kicker missed the tied-up ball game. How do we know if the Bears is going to win it in overtime or not? We don't know. There's a lot of games we should have won. When the Bears should win, but whatever. Maybe John Fox is not the answer. He's old. He needs to retire and all that good stuff. We just need a young, experienced coaching staff, but probably going to get another yappy, maybe this time from college. So I'm not going to give up on this team, but I guess Bears just got to think about their future, the draft, free agency, and all that good stuff. So I don't know what to say, So this is going to be with the 4th year with John Fox, and once again, no freaking playoffs. So that really sucks. For all the Chicago Bears fans who've been with the Bears fans since the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. I've been a fan since the 90s. Not going to give up on this franchise. Hell no. So if you like this discussion, you give it a thumbs up. If you hate it, probably going to give it a thumbs down. What should you guys think about this game? Are you kind of disappointed how it came down to the wire? Are you mad that Bears did not keep Robbie Gould? It's a business decision. It happens. But it bite Bears in the behind because Bears should kept Robbie Gould for a few more seasons. And I don't know. We had some great kickers. We had Kevin Butler back in the day. We had Robbie Gould. We had a lot of great kickers, and a lot other kickers were garbage. And that wraps it up. Once again, Stephen Breach, if you're listening still, congratulations on your team. It's a very good game, in my opinion. And you might have a different opinion. What are your thoughts on the 61-yard punt return? That was unbelievable. But most likely, we're definitely going to meet up again. Bears versus the Niners, this time in San Francisco. That's just my guess. So all my links are down below. Hit the subscribe, hit the notification. If you just want to hit the subscribe, that means a lot. You can check all my stuff from the past. And that wraps up. Bears are just a huge train wreck, for crying out loud. I thought they would improve this year, but they have a lot of injuries. But injuries should not make you. That should not make you a lot of excuses. You should just. They always say next man up, but guys, a lot of guys on the main roster for the Bears are not making big plays. Whatever. Okay, I'm signing off here. Thank you very much for listening.